Welcome back to Consider This. Today we're talking about healthy living, and in the studio we have Dr. Eric Webster. Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
Hi. You're still a young man. I mean, how old are you today?
Well, actually, I must say I feel a little bit honoured to be with you young people here.
Okay.
You know? I feel young.
Yeah.
Well, I'm 82 and a half. I like to use the half.
Why?
82 and a half sounds a little closer to 83.
Okay. Now, Doctor, you're a marathon runner. You like to run. You like to live healthy. Tell us, when did you start to run your running career? When did you?
Well, I started jogging when I was 40. Between the age of 40 and 60, I jogged about 3 days a week, about 3 kilometers at a time. And then when I was 60, I felt the urge, you know, you sometimes get an urge, to do a marathon. So I ran my first marathon when I was 60.
Sure.
Wow.
Okay.
And
so,
I've been running marathons from 60 until now.
So it's been a few years since you've been running. So do you think it's a good thing to live healthy? Obviously, I mean.
Yes, I do. I think it improves your whole life. You know, you feel better, you can do more work. I found that the running goes very well with my work.
Okay.
For 20 years I've been editing a magazine.
Yes.
And I find that running and editing work very well together. You have a lot of time when you run to think creatively, and especially when you run alone.
Yeah.
Now, when you run with others, your mind stops because you've got to chat.
Right.
You can't think.
Yeah.
When you're with
Now, Doctor, tell us, is there any healthy principles that you can give to us as young people? Is things that you can help us with to understand this healthy living principle?
Yes, I heard you talk a little bit about you want to enjoy life and you don't want to be too bored. And I agree with that. I think we should enjoy our lives. I think the principle is Christ offered us the more abundant life.
Okay.
You know, he doesn't want us to be down and out. He wants us to have the enjoyable life. And I think the principles that we follow of honoring God, remembering that our body is the temple of the Lord, it doesn't need to be a difficult experience. It can be a happy experience in trying to do what is good. Now, in following various diet lines, I think moderation is a very important point. And one doesn't need to become aesthetic, you know, in order to live healthfully.
Now, you were speaking about diets.
Yes.
I've heard about vegetarian diets and veganism. How could you say, is that a good lifestyle diet to follow? Which one should you follow?
Well, speaking now from my own experience, which is the best perhaps, I have basically followed a lacto-ovo-vegetarian diet. In other words, vegetarianism with the fruits and the grains and the nuts and cereals, but I've used dairy products, like I use 2% milk. Yeah. I like cottage cheese and yogurt and so on. Yeah. And then eggs. We use about 3 eggs a week. And I have a bit of a joke. I have an egg Sunday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night. Yeah. And then sometimes on a Monday I say to my wife, "It's Sunday today, isn't it?" So, you know, if you exercise, then I think you can take that cholesterol from an egg all right. Okay. An egg, I feel, has some good properties. Yeah. But I appreciate people who are vegan and who decide to go off all dairy and eggs. But then they must just be careful that they get sufficient calcium and vitamin B12, very important. Okay. But this is the way I've lived, and you know, I've actually had 2 nasty falls while I've been running. Landed on concrete with my head, but I haven't broken any bones. So somewhere along the line, I think the milk and eggs have done me good. Okay.
Now, I mean, healthy living is not just exercise and eating right. Can you give us some more principles on what else we can do to live healthy?
Yeah, so that's the exercise and the diet. Well, I think getting enough sleep is good.
How much, I mean, is there a certain amount?
I think it varies for different people.
Okay.
You know, I usually go to bed about 10, 10:30, and get up at 6, 6:30. So I almost land up with 7, 8 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think some people can do it on 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 6 to 8.
Okay.
Get enough sleep and try and avoid stress. You know, even
so
if you
no
have
university then?
Yeah. Yes.
cut out university. No, I think you can plan your stress. I'm very busy with the work I do, but I think you've got to think positively, positively, tackle things, be a little bit organized.
And the exercise also helps with the stress.
I think the exercise cuts down the stress.
Okay.
I would say that.
Is there a link between healthy living and our spiritual lives?
Yes, I think there is. I don't think we live healthfully in order to earn salvation. You know,
Okay.
No.
You know, Jesus met Zacchaeus, you know, climbing up the tree, and he called him down, spoke to him, went to his home, and he said, "Today salvation has come to your home." So whether we're fat or thin or vegetarian or non-vegetarian, we can find salvation. But once we receive Christ in salvation, I think the fruit of salvation is peace and then good health. And I think we want to be healthy because we want to advance the kingdom of Christ. And we can think clearly and we can so on, you know.
Okay. So healthy living is more to get your body ready and your mind ready to be more acceptable to the Holy Spirit and to be more a faithful or a better worker for Christ.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Now, Pastor, say now I don't like running. What else? Is there other exercises that I can do?
No, running is not the only thing. Not everyone should run or can run. And I think that cycling is good, swimming. I've never played golf. Some people think golf, but I wonder, I'm not sure how much exercise that is. Some people will like gardening, but then should be vigorous gardening.
Okay. Yes.
But for young people, I think there's cycling, swimming, playing soccer. You know, it's the World Cup this year.
Yeah.
So we've got to bring in the soccer.
Definitely, definitely.
Not watch.
So at least you should just do any exercise. Whatever is enjoyable to you, you should enjoy it.
Yes.
And then live healthy, eat healthy lifestyle.
That's right. I think try to have at least 3 sessions of exercise a week.
Yeah.
And I think when you're young, there are various kinds of exercise. Some people like to climb the mountain.
Yeah.
Climbing.
Nice.
Thank you very much for that, Doctor. And as you've seen, there's many things that we can do. When we come after the break, we'll discuss more about this topic.
Family-friendly, global vision, and a holistic approach to thinking and living, unlike any other media source on the planet. Welcome to Hope Channel. Every hour of every day, any family member can watch. Hope is educational, inspirational, focusing on lifestyle and health, and offering programs for young and old alike that teach culture, positive values, and spirituality. It takes a global network to be in touch with planet Earth's global community. Hope broadcasts everywhere in the world with 7 global channels, and we're affiliated with more than 50 media production centers on 6 continents. The result? Hope Channel provides a diverse cultural programming mix in many of the world's major languages. Hope is more than great television. It's also part of an international conduit of educational institutions, churches, retail outlets, and hospitals that represent a solid economic base. And Hope Channel viewers are loyal, encouraging friends and neighbors to watch. Why? Hope viewers believe that Hope Channel not only enhances living, but changes lives through its compelling lineup of programs. Documentaries, taking your subscribers around the world and back through time, visiting places where history was made. Fascinating biographies that open up the lives and times of people who made a difference in society. Travel programs that transport the viewer around the world, demonstrating how people work together to make a better planet. Inspirational programming challenges viewers to experience the joy of discovering faith values and offering spirituality as an important part of a balanced lifestyle. Health and lifestyle programs teach disease prevention and make healthy living simple and attractive. Hope Channel programs provide invaluable support for developing healthy relationships and strong communities. diverse and positive programming, a global infrastructure and network, a commitment to family-friendly programming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is Hope Channel, your source for quality of life programming.